Wellness and Balance family. One love. What's up? What's up? Jesse Tree here. Finally got a chance to do it live. Man, haven't been able to do content in so long now. Feels kind of good to be here. Hopefully get some friends show up. Just wanted to share a few thoughts about what's going on in my life and just the life I see of the astrology that's up right now, and sort of the vision, if you know what I'm speaking about. Sort of a splitting of worlds going on right now. Polarity showing up in all kinds of ways politically with respect to the virus and so forth. Whether you're taking the jab or not taking the jab. All kinds of places where I think we're starting to see some healing. People are starting to understand each other, understand what's really going on. I'm not going to get too much into the political, sort of conspiratorial stuff. Most people on my channel, I think, are in the know about what's up. If you don't know, it's time you know, man. But whatever the case, had a full moon. I guess it wasn't last night, but the night before. So that's always like the ripening of things, and full moon and Cancer. And so usually people feel sort of emotional on the moon. It's like the whole idea of lunacy, full moon, and or just kind of more sensitive or what have you. And in Cancer too, so that's may want to feel like just kind of crawling up in a ball and going within, which is a good thing sort of to do at this time. Meditate. We're also in mercury retrograde, so that's thing of like a lot of people will worry about it because things come undone, a lot communication, technology, old stuff, old relationships that show up, things like that. It's actually a good thing because it's like kind of going back, going over it, seeing what wasn't serving and what we're going to do about going forward. So, with respect to my own life, this has been going on, this thing with my son. He's been undergoing this massive healing drama. He's thankfully on the mend. I see it. I see him turning a corner, and every day he's just a little bit better. But to not go into it too much. Hey, someone showed up. Welcome, friend. He had kind of a perfect storm of like an emotional crisis, a breakup, a physical crisis with respect to uranium toxicity, his neurological disorder of tics, and wisdom tooth surgery, and so he's kind of autism spectrum, and all these things like just really impacted him super significantly. Poor guy. Love him so much, and we're giving lots of thanks to our community. We've had friends put together a GoFundMe that allows me to just focus on my job of tending to him night and day. But I want to keep my business alive. I want to keep the energy going on what the change I want to see in the world. It's another thing about the times right now. It's time to kind of stand up in your courage, in your truth. Speak your truth. Speak truth to power. I am not going to take the jab. I suggest other people don't do it because to me it's a slurry of toxicity I would never want in my body. Any of the things. I've done my research, but I also respect everybody's dignity of choice. If you want to take it, I respect that, but I just want that in return, and I don't want this sort of mandate coming down from on high. So speaking truth to power in the present, because your consent, your silence is your consent, if you don't. So I must. But I won't linger on that because I like to keep it on the high note. And where this is all going, in my view, is that, I've been seeing this on the rise, since 2012, etc. This sort of quickening of consciousness. How many more people now are, meditating and doing yoga and doing fasting and doing, their shadow work and working with herbs and superfood juices and having dinner right now. I try to finish in set times and cycles, and my liquiditarian life. I definitely want to be done by 4:30 because otherwise I'm up all night peeing. Anyways, that's a whole aside. But it's part of it. Everybody just getting into these natural lifestyles. Really, the untapped territory, untapped resource is our own selves. We are the ones. We came here to go through this together and to transmute it, together. So, yeah, I'm just feeling like a lot of people feel, I certainly feel the pressure, like all around, from every side. But it's pressure that makes diamonds, And hey, much love, Carson the Yogi, wholeness. I see other friends. Welcome. Whatever the case, let's go forth in wholeness and balance and in our own integrity and strength, and let's honor everybody else's. And what I think is the hidden potential this time, it's something I have seen in my own life and see through my practice with permaculture, is that the problem is the solution. Every time something is coming apart, it's just getting ready to reorder to make something even better show up, So, that's kind of what's happening right now is, a lot's falling apart, but a lot of the stuff has been dysfunctional, and a lot of people have been, in disease, mental and physical and spiritual for a very long time now. And so I think what's happening is we're sort of going through a collective maturation, from adolescence into more adulthood, where we're going to need to take responsibility for our own mind, our own vibration, our own health, our planet, our community. And the bifurcation that's happening is basically one based on, are you choosing out of fear or are you choosing out of love? Love is a vibration of courage. It's a vibration of acceptance. It's not threatened by the polarity. Fear is that me versus you, this versus that, sort of gotta protect myself mentality, and all this stuff that's being floated around the world, whether it's the jab and what's in it, or the pandemic itself, all that biology, genetic material is gonna just circulate through the earth and through our own bodies. But we are amazingly powerful, and if you move into this vibration of love, you will, and work with self-love and practices of self-care, like sexual temperance and sun gazing and meditating and sunbathing and fasting and eating right and directing your mind in a positive way, doing self-development, and just that way we can bring our empowerment and our gifts to share, because it will be pouring out of us instead of us needing. So anyways, I digress. Just wanted to jump on here with y'all. Gonna finish up my juice. If you need superfood juice, hit me up. It's a good time to upgrade your temple, so we can. That's what I wanted to get to. It's just this whole a vision of a new future that we could hold. What if we can remember ourselves to the point of understanding who was the pyramid builders across the earth, who held these great cultures besides us. That was us. There's things we could do then, and understandings that we had then that we can't do now. I think what's happening is, the way I understand it, is we're moving back towards the galactic center. We're being washed with waves of light that are waking up our DNA, and that's why people are beginning to take on more of these practices. It's all, individual and cosmic and collective, But I really see this time as the potential, if you choose it, to go into a much higher vibration of living in oneness with the earth and with one another, where we start to reforest the planet and sequester the carbon and create food, where we start to understand health and integrity, in respect of one another's, decisions and different forms of, sort of governance. Government means it's, gubernare and mente. It means mind control. So if, in the Buddhist sense, if we can come to control our own mind, we could have, sort of like a anarchic democracy. I don't know how else to put it, where, you take care of yourself and your inner world and your needs, your health. And as Buddha puts it, if we could make one person happy, and that was ourselves, and if everyone just did that, we would have world peace. So I think that's the potential, out of all this chaos could be birthed a peaceful culture that's inclusive, and honoring, and that understands that all human beings are intelligent. So all of creation is intelligent, and that we're all brothers and sisters in this reality together. So yeah, it's hard times with respect to the individual and collective situation, but these things make us stronger. So anyway, I want to honor my set times and cycles and finish up. I want to honor your time, but I hope you got something from this. Sending you much love today. Wholeness and balance. Peace.